Alright guys, big news today for Wuthering Waves. For the 2.2 version update, finally, the WUWA dev team is looking to fix the Whimpering Waves mode. We now have some brand new patch notes to go over regarding this issue, and they will finally give us some rewards and compensation as well. And we also have, on top of all this, some brand new patch notes regarding Cantarella's kit changes from the brand new beta updates that just came out yesterday. So in this video, let's go over all the brand new 2.2 update details. And also, if you guys like the update videos like this one, feel free to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and also put those notifications on to be updated right away with the latest Wuthering Waves news 24/7 right here on the channel. But alright, now let's talk about the new 2.2 patch notes update. With the recent release of the Whimpering Waves mode in the 2.1 version update as a permanent content, a lot of players were disappointed about how it went. This new game mode provided a lot of dissatisfaction among players, and even with the latest Whimpering Waves reset, even more players were dissatisfied with the current state of this mode. But thankfully, Kuro finally saw the feedback, and as usual, they listened pretty quickly, and they were quick to release an update for us on how they feel and what they plan to do with the Whimpering Waves. So here we have all the latest info that they provided us, the dev team explaining how it's a known issue and how they plan to fix it. So I'm gonna read it over. The dev team has received feedback that certain stages in Whimpering Waves have failed to provide a satisfactory gaming experience in the current version. We can confirm that the current iteration of this gameplay feature does not fully reflect what was originally intended. The dev team is currently working to make appropriate adjustments, which will be available after the version 2.2 update. For information regarding the adjustments made, please stay tuned for the version 2.2 update notice. We sincerely apologize for an experience that may not have met your expectations. The following compensation will be provided when the issue is resolved. Alright, so the compensation here is going to be 80 astrites. Now I know this is nothing crazy, not a crazy amount, but I'll take it, as many other games I would say would not even give us any compensation or even try to fix the game mode at all. A lot of games would just leave it there and move on to other things. But now we already have a quick response from Kuro. Not even one patch later, they plan to do some major adjustments to this mode to make it a more enjoyable experience. Now unfortunately, we don't know what these changes are yet, but with the release of the 2.2 update very soon, we should be getting these patch notes. So once we get that information, I'll have you guys updated right here on the channel with any official news. But this is still a huge win. They're already planning to fix this mode. A lot of players were dissatisfied and they were quick to fix it, so that's what I like to see. Now, I see this as a huge win already for the upcoming 2.2 update. Alright, so we just went over what they plan to do with the Wuthering Waves mode. Now let's move over to a different section of this update, which is regarding the character changes. We now have some new Cantarella kit details to go over. She just received some brand new patch notes giving us an update on what changed in her kit right before her release. So let's see what this is all about. Alright, so I pulled up the kit details here. I'm gonna do a full breakdown on this. So we have more than just the Cantarella changes, because we also have Cantarella signature changes and changes to the Wind Rover sword changes. So this is the new 5-star sword in the 2.2 update, which I believe is going to be the free 5-star sword that we get alongside the new Rover form. But let's go over the details here. So the 2.2.6 beta updates, the new Cantarella changes, a quick summary. The first thing we have is Flickering Reverie counts as casting an echo skill. Jolt is now considered as a basic attack damage. Her ultimate Liberation is considered basic attack damage as well. And now it can also be cast while in the air but close to the ground. So I'm guessing what they mean here is that you can still cast the Liberation while you're in the air, just not too much in the air. You'll still have to be relatively close to the ground in order to cast the Liberation. Now next up is the Tidal Surge, now triggers free coordinated attacks. Phantom Sting now costs stamina, 5 stamina while in the mid-air, and the chain can no longer be reset. Abyssal Vortex can no longer be activated by holding normal attack. The Concerto generation from Abyssal Rebirth increased from 5 to 4 times to 6 to 6 times. The stamina cost of Perception Drain increased from 10 to 12. And now here we have the effects for when you pull a duplicate copy. So the S1 now gives interruption resistance during Perception Drain. The S3 now can activate Mirage. For the S6, it no longer gives a damage multiplier buff. And they also reduced the Defense Ignore. The Defense Ignore got reduced from 30% to 10%. But this is the S6, so nothing too crazy. Even if they nerf it a lot, it's still going to be very broken. And it also says here that the S6, once every 25 seconds, casting Perception Drain will not put it on cooldown. So yeah, these are all the Cantarella changes. I would say the best change, the most notable change, is her being able to cast the ultimate in the air, because previously she wasn't able to, and now she can cast it while in the air, relatively close to the ground, which is pretty huge considering her kit, because if you guys saw the gameplay, she's pretty much in the air. She's like swimming most of the time in her combos, so pretty crazy that she wasn't able to do it beforehand, but this should provide a lot smoother gameplay. Now let's see what are the changes on her weapon. So I believe the changes on her weapon were pretty good. So both basic attack and intro can activate the weapon effect. Previously only the intro was able to, and now the third stat got removed as well. The res ignore increased from 10 to 12%. And the base attack changed to 500, which I believe they upped the base attack, so this should provide a lot more damage. So from what I quickly saw, the changes on her weapon is actually pretty good, because previously it was a weapon that was pretty much only for her, but now due to these new changes, you can also put this weapon on many other characters because the basic attack will also trigger the weapon effect. So pretty good. And real quick, if you guys don't know the effect, I'm gonna quickly read it over. So its attack increased by 12%. When the intro skill is activated, your basic attack damage increased by 20%, lasts for 10 seconds. And when you activate Echo skill within 10 seconds after the intro skill is activated, your basic attack damage increased by 20%, up to 2 stacks. And also, only the same Echo can only activate this effect once. And the base attack of this weapon was also 413, which we just saw it's now up to 500. So this should add a significant increase in attack for her. And also the main stat is going to be crit damage. So yeah, looking like a pretty good weapon. You can even use this on Encore, because Encore would do a lot of basic attacks and this would help her a lot. But yeah, one more thing to check out is the sword, the Rover sword changes. So the amplification changed from 20.8% to 26%. So a small increase of roughly 5% for the sword. Nothing too crazy. But yeah guys, this is pretty much all the new changes and especially the new patch notes for today. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. Feel free to put those notifications on because a lot more videos are on the way. And as always, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you all in the next one.